Welcome to Wellingborough Organisations Community Forum. It's just the select few today. We are expecting a few more people to join as we go through. We are here to work together for the people of Wellingborough. And what do we do on the forum? This is the agenda. We introduce ourselves. Obviously, I think the three of us know each other quite well, but we're doing it for the recording as much as anything else. And then we share what's on in the remainder of July and into the summer holidays. Then if you've got time at the end, it's an hour forum. We'll look at working together and ways that we can do that. Anyway, the first thing on the agenda was introductions. And we've got three of us here. We've actually got four. We've got my son, Billy, who's on the children's chair just to my left. That's his introduction. Would you like to go first, Ben, since you're closest to the camera?
Can do. Yes, I'm Ben, Northamptonshire Sport Place Lead in Victoria, Wellingborough and Eastfield in Northampton. So just going to work with communities those places for healthy and active opportunities. Fabulous.
And moving back, you're next, Jo.
So I'm Joanne, I'm the Deputy Clerk of Wellingborough Town Council.
Fabulous. And introduce myself, I'm Jonathan Hornet. I am a co-op member pioneer. Active until tomorrow, which is a bit of a thing. So let's get the forum done. I'm also treasurer of Wellingborough Eco Group, and I run numerous projects for them. And I do lots of other bits and bobs around the town as well. So I'm quite often seen where there's a need, I tend to turn up, don't I, Jo?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Ben, since we led with you, we could lead with you for the what's on part.
Can do.
Have you got some stuff to share?
A couple of bits, yes.
Fabulous.
Yes, so on behalf of Northants Active Families, I want to just talk about the upcoming Wellingborough Active Family Fun Day, which will be taking place on Castle Fields Park on Wednesday, 14th of August, 12 till 4. Lots of fun stuff happening for families, water slides, various kind of sporting activities. There'll be sports clubs there showcasing what they do, a few crafty bits, so a general bit of fun for the whole family going on at Castlefields Park on that day, and completely free to get involved. The only other thing to give a bit of an update on is that I've been working a little bit with the Hindu Community Centre regarding a bit of refurbishment, some update facilities over there. They've been successful in getting the funding pot for refurbishments. They will be closing for a period over August. But come September, we'll be planning a lovely little opening ceremony. Again, the idea is we'll get a few kind of organisations involved, a few sporting clubs involved, a bit of a come and have a go sessions and a little bit of presentation on the day. But watch this space. As soon as we've got a confirmed date for that, we'll get that shared with a wider group. And yeah, another opportunity to come down, have fun and see an exciting new space that's been fully developed and refurbed, and new markings for new sports and such as well. So yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's a fabulously busy community centre anyway.
Absolutely. So more opportunities coming forward, and yeah.
We all went green there for a second. That was exciting.
But yeah, only a couple of short brief updates from me today.
Yeah. That's your lot, is it, Ben?
That's it. I've got a huge amount to add today. Just
well
a short
done.
one there. Yeah,
yeah.
Not a huge amount today.
Well, Ben quite regularly comes at least once a week, isn't it, Ben? You come in and talk to us here in the Eco Hub.
Absolutely.
So you seem to get quite a lot out of a lot of our people, which is really nice to see.
Yes, always keen to have kind of community conversations and just kind of just understand what makes communities tick, and just getting people's views on how easy it is to be healthy and active in Wellingborough, really, just to see where there's any kind of opportunities to kind of develop and build on that. So see me around with a red shirt and we'll have a little chat. I'm always available to talk whenever. So yes.
Cool. Fabulous. Well, Joanne, it's your go, as we say.
So starting from next week, we've got our summer activities going on. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we've got football with Northampton Football Club, Northampton Town Football Club. And on the Friday, we've got Mini-Me Mindfulness with Kim Mallows. And the following week, the Monday and Tuesday, we've got cricket. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we've also got Mini-Me Mindfulness again with Kim Mallows. So they've been going really well so far. So the half side is almost fully booked. There's still opportunities for people that aren't on or aren't eligible for free school meals to come along as well. So we're 10 11 till 3 at Weaver's Leisure Centre. So that's happening then. We've got the beach that starts next Thursday from the 1st of August. It's coming back. I don't know if anyone's been in town at the moment, but it's all set up. We're just waiting for the sun to come along and fill it up. But we had the boards all decorated by Tresham students this year. So it's all nice and bright and colourful. So that was really well. We've got lots of activities going on. Every Wednesday, we've got the heritage bus taking you free from the beach in the town to the splash park in the embankment, and also back again if you want to go back again. We've got things like face painting, a bubble show, library doing rhyme time, we've got balloon modeler, and a magic show and a puppet show and a flea circus coming this year. So that'll be all fun. So check out our website. All the details are on there of what's happening and when. Then we then also got, well, I'm just looking at my diary.
It's a good idea, that, Joan.
Yeah, looking on our app. So download our app because everything will be on the app. It's a free app. Just search Wellingborough Town Council on your app provider. And when you sign up, you'll be able to see all events or many of the events that happen in the town, local news that's going on. We've also got our business directory there. And you can also download our newsletter called The Well Informed. So we're hoping to get that out next week, which is a new edition for the summer. So there'll be lots going on there over between now and I think the edition ends October. And then we've got the next edition coming out at the end of October. I think that's it for now, actually. Yeah, just those two things happening during the summer.
When's the latest Well Informed?
Hopefully coming out next week. Okay. I was hoping to pick it up from the printers today. There's been a bit of a delay, so yeah, hopefully next week I'll get it and bring some over for you and take some in the town and drop them off to our regular places. Will it be available on our website later today?
Wow, that's exciting. Okay. Right, we'll have to have a look at that. You've got lots of other stuff going on, haven't you? I can see there's a kids' activity thing.
Yeah, that was our summer activities that we've got in the next couple of weeks.
You said, oh, okay, you led with that. Sorry, yeah.
But yeah, we also have our app that we've been given to the businesses so they can report antisocial behaviour. So we've been working with the police and ASB officers and businesses in the town so they can sign up to this WARS app that they can help alert the police of different things that happen in town without having to go through the 101 number. So that's still going ahead. So if there's any businesses in town that want to join up, just drop us an email. We'll be able to send you the link to sign yourself up for this app.
Yep. And us at Wellingborough Eco Group have actually signed up for that. We have. Yeah, so we're on that. I did speak to the chap because he was at the library with the rest of us. So before I knew it, he'd signed me up. So I don't, well, there you go. So that's what he was there for, and he did a good job. Yeah. He says that it's concentrating to start off within the town centre.
Yes, yeah, but we're hoping that it should spread a bit further.
Yeah, but yeah, it's interesting to see because there's quite a lot of reports on there already, isn't there?
Have you downloaded the app already?
Oh, I'm all apt. Well, not apt. It's a web-based thing. Isn't it?
This I think the actual app's called that you download.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really interesting actually seeing what's going on.
Yeah, it is quite a thing. And
having knowledge of the people in the town that. Yeah.
Well, working together is better and better, isn't it? And that's what we say for the communities team. We did actually have a couple of apologies today, and one of those was the Safer Communities team, funnily enough. And I think they're coming to your event on Castle Fields, aren't they?
Yeah, well, there's quite a few organisations involved, yes.
Yeah, so that could be a good thing. The other apology I have, of course, is a big missing space. Is normally the other Joe that pulls funny faces at me whenever I say anything slightly off the cuff. There we go. Oh, hello.
Hello.
2 chairs over there. Can you squeeze round? Or
Come
on, Matt, you're right.
Yes, hello. Right.
Do join in. You are live on Zoom. Oh, this has been a long time coming, isn't it? Yeah. Sort that out. That's ridiculous.
Are we on live Zoom too?
To ourselves, because it's recording, Marion.
Oh, right, but is anybody
Not yet, but we do tend to get a couple of people turn up halfway through.
That's usually me.
It's usually you.
Privilege. It's awesome.
So we are sort of here just to be a thing. The kettle has boiled if you wanted a cup of tea or anything. Would you like to introduce yourselves when you've sat down? Do you want to go first, Karon? You're a bit more comfy than Marion.
I'll put that. Do you want hot water, do you? Yeah. Or Earl Grey. No, hot water. Okay.
The kettle has boiled, so it shouldn't take you long.
I introduce myself too.
Introduce yourself to the millions watching. No pressure.
My name's Karon and what else to say now? What else do you do? But you're part of the disability group, aren't you? And you're an elder at the Quaker meeting, aren't you? I am.
Oh. And you also run a very successful writing group, which you're very keen to talk about.
I need more people.
Oh, I thought you were doing quite a number. Well, you can tell us all about. Would you like to introduce yourself, Marion, if we've got you sat down for 5 minutes? That'd be a first. Busy bee.
So I'm Marion Turner Horse. I'm Marion Turner Horse, Joe. And I wear a number of hats in the community. I'm a town councillor for the Isbrook ward. I'm a director of Wellingborough Walks Action Group, which is leading the works to save the protected trees on London Road. I am self-employed consultant supporting people around housing, social care and community actions, mainly around climate action at the moment. What else do we do? And I remember the eco group. I help out. I work a lot with Glamis Hall for all around energy efficiency actions.
Did you say you're a town councillor? Possibly Wellingborough.
Town
most active town councillor, dare I say it?
Yeah, there's a few things really.
Yeah, you've got a lot of hats, haven't you?
Yeah, I do. I love hats actually. And we held this vigil yesterday. So I've been helping the family of Ronald and Abel, who died in the river in May. And a few of us are sort of wrapped around them and giving the family support. My main reason of connecting in really was about, because that is in my ward, the river, and it's in our back garden effectively, isn't it? And well, I feel like it is. Not far. It's a place we go to walk a lot.
It's on the estate, is it?
On the estate.
Yeah, it's going to, the river winds through your estate.
Yeah, through our estate. That's right.
That's what you're making it sound like. I like that.
Well, it feels like my back garden.
No, it is.
And obviously with the trees campaign, we've been spending a lot of time down there, haven't we?
We have.
So we've been helping them on their campaign now, which is now a community, which really needs to be a community campaign around water safety and river safety. And we had the vigil yesterday. We had the vigil yesterday for Ronald's, which we put yesterday because it was World Drowning Prevention Day yesterday. So, and loads of people came, and it was really good. And lots of agencies came, and we're hoping that from that we can start to getting some practical things done, because there's hardly any warning signage down both where he actually died and all along the river, and there's no safety equipment at all, apart from one life ring up by the lock just below Doddington. That's the only thing we've seen. And I'm sure if I walk the other way beyond the lock, down beyond Chester House, and from there, there's also probably very little. But I need to go down to Chester House to see if they did put anything up there. So we're trying to liaise with local landowners to find out who, if we can get permissions for warning boards to be put up, proper boards, and throw lines. The fire service have been very helpful, and they've explained that throw lines are the best things to have on site now, rather than the old rubber rings. And so, like yesterday was great because they brought a load along and people had a go at learning how to use them. So we want to do that regularly. We want to try and do that 2 or 3 times throughout the summer holidays. we got permission yesterday from one of the landowners and from the council and from the Environment Agency to put up some temporary signage for the summer holidays, whilst we're waiting to sort out all the other bits and bobs, you know, warning when it's basically testimony from Ronald's parents, Thomas and Laura, about how it's felt to them also to lose their son, and just warning people to be really careful around the river. So
that was a cracking event, wasn't it? Unfortunately, the circumstances aren't are really, really sad, but there must have been 100 people there yesterday. And also, like you say, there were fire engines, there was lots of community groups coming together. You could say some of the usual faces, but
and some not so usual.
yeah, exactly. The lady from up north, what her name? Becky, she was outstanding, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She was so brave. She's gone through it as well, so she shared her details. But no, it was really nice, and I think the best people there were his mates and his family. I mean, his mates were just unbelievable. I mean, they were so I don't know, so bringing together and so caring, and they shared their story, didn't they? So yeah, we took a few photos, didn't we, Marion, between us? So
You took most photos, really.
I was whizzing around like a bee, but then I suppose my surname is Hornet. Boom.
Emily's parents, Emily Roberts and Ketrin, her parents were there, and Neil has filmed a lot, so he's doing a little film of the event. So he's going to send that through to us. And obviously had the fire service there. We had people from the Wendell Leisure Centre that brought sort of resuscitation Annie with them, and they were showing children and adults how to do some basic resuscitation things. So there's a gentleman that came down with Becky from Chorley. She set up a thing called Doing It for Dylan, which is her son that she lost in 2011 in a drowning incident, and she's sort of gone, dedicated her life now to helping, and she's spoken to over 180,000 children in the last 10, 12 years, whatever.
Wow.
And her colleague came down, his name's Phil, and he was showing other equipment that they use to try and rescue people from the water. I don't know if you brought it with him yesterday, but also they've got this underwater camera where they can find somebody really quickly. So what Becky's campaigning for at the moment is for all fire services around the country and councils where they've got rivers or waterways running through their areas to get themselves at least one of these bits of kit. And it costs she said about £7,000, but if like Wellingborough, if the local fire service had that and they just take it with them, they can find people very quickly, because sometimes people just get stuck underwater. So he was going to demonstrate it, but he's happy to come back and demonstrate it. It was really, really helpful day. We had people there from the Environment Agency, so we were able to talk to them, because it's not been easy to get hold of them. So, and we didn't have too many difficult conversations with agencies yesterday. It was more about meeting the people and pulling them together. And then hopefully the next few weeks we can start having some practical conversations about permanent signage, permanent rescue equipment. And one of the things that we want is maybe getting groups of people together, and we train up people in how to use the throw lines, how to do some basic safety stuff, and maybe have talking like having river guardians. This is that come from the family. People, but as volunteers, just keeping an eye in the area, because the more of us that can help and respond, and have some training to support, if we did ever come across this, at least we'd have a clue. So at the moment, for the young guys talking yesterday, they hadn't got a clue what to do. Before they realised it was a problem, it was already too late. So
yeah. Okay. Right. Well, obviously that does lead us on to it being school holidays, of course. And there are various activities, as Joe's already talked about. Oh, good. By the way, Billy's hungry. So there are various activities, and Joe's already gone through lots of activities that the town council are doing. As I was saying, just as Marion and Karon were coming in, one of our regular people, Jo, she's the manager of Glamis Hall. And the reason why she's not here today is because she's currently up a ladder fixing the hall. So there's a lot to do for tomorrow, actually. Their family festival, probably about the third or fourth biggest event that happens in Wellingborough after the Wendell Walk and the party in the park. A couple of thousand people might be coming. But there's loads of stuff to get on. There's an inflatable slide.
Got a lot in the field, haven't they?
Got a lot in the field. There's something also from the co-op in Wincanton.
Thank you.
Crikey, mate. Did you explode? Okay. So co-op Wincanton are bringing something called Wipeout. We were going to bring a Buckaroo, but they're going to bring Wipeout, which apparently is something that whizzes around in a circle and knocks people over. So if you fancy coming to get bowled over or knocked over tomorrow at Glamis Hall and on the Queensway Park, it starts at 10 o'clock. Loads going on. The eco group as well have got three gazebos going up. We've also got our 2-hour tidy up. So just fancy coming to have a tidy up and then joining in all the stuff after. There's loads of stuff to do tomorrow. Just talking about our tidy up, we'll all be set up from 9:30. All the equipment's available. We'll have litter pickers. You can bring your own, of course you can. And then Northamptonshire Council will come and collect all the rubbish that we pick up. So it's a really good event. Really, it happens every month, just coincides with the family festival tomorrow, which goes on till 3 o'clock. So you can do your litter picking. I'm being a bit cheeky here, Marion. And then you can enjoy all the stuff that's there, including the co-op Wincanton Wipeout thing. So
I'm doing candy floss apparently. I'm on the candy floss stall tomorrow.
Marion's doing. Well, if that isn't worth coming for itself.
And then I know they've got the little farm animals here, haven't they? And loads and loads of different events and stalls, and it's usually absolutely
heaving. We'll have the Eco Hub open, which is where we're at the moment. You can see all around the outside, there's all sorts of stuff in here. This will all be open. The clothes will be out in the middle. We're not selling teas and coffees because they're doing that in the VIP lounge in the hall itself. But there's plenty to look at and plenty to come along, bring and swap. Plus, of course, we'll have lots of people sitting here chatting because that's what happens in the Eco Hub, isn't it? So there you go. Obviously, Glamis Hall, talking about Glamis Hall, they're an over 50s daycare centre. They run from Monday to Friday. You have to apply to come in, but you pay very little for what you get. I can't remember exactly the amount.
Oh, it was about £22.
Something like that. I was going to say about £25 a day.
Yeah.
But that includes 3-course meal. It includes entertainment. They get singers in. Includes loads of games. And they can also come pick you up for a small charge as well. So really hands-on. The other things that happen in Glamis Hall, they've got a really successful youth club. I believe there's another session coming on, but they might be breaking up for the holidays. You've got a theatre company called GLJ. He does a load of stuff. Nice big troop of people, and they performed at Party in the Park, of course. And they have various fitness sessions and all sorts of things happening all throughout the week in the evening. So do have a look at glamishall.org.uk, and I believe most of it's on there, but I could be wrong. Obviously, Joe normally gives us a much better list. If you do want to find out exactly what's on Glamis Hall and it isn't featured on their website, have a look at the Wellingborough.org website, and trust me, it's all written down on there, so you can click on it and then go through the exact things. Marion's got an update from Glamis Hall, I think.
This is GLJ Theatre, and it's gone off. They're doing a trip to Granny's house. I'm not sure. I think it's a bit of a tour theatre production that's going around different parts of the town. I can't quite get the poster up at the moment.
It's in a museum, I think, as well.
Oh yeah, they're doing it in different places.
Yeah, there is something. It's also at the Victoria Centre as well. And
I know it's got famous now.
so yeah, definitely worth looking at, having a look for GLJ Theatre regarding some of the stuff that's happening in the holidays. Coming back to other stuff that's happening, actually, the eco group here, if I bring it back to sort of what the eco group do, we're in the eco hub, like I said. We have a swap shop on a Tuesday and Thursdays. On a Tuesday, it's from 10 till 6. That also includes food sharers. So all of these bins on my left here are all full of food, fresh food. We've got sandwiches and drinks, everything in there. All available for free because we're just trying to save it from going in the bin. The swap shop has clothes, it has bric-a-brac, it has toys, it has Billy on my shoulder. Go and have a look. There's some crisps up there. Go and help yourself to a packet of crisps because that's going to keep you happy for 2 minutes. Sorry, everybody. We've got toys, and we've also got lots of books and DVDs. Also on a Tuesday, we have Tuesday Tidy Up, so you can come and borrow our litter pickers. In fact, you can do that anytime the Eco Hub's open. And we have our famous Happy Cafe, which is also Action for Happiness Cafe, where we try and help people with their mental health, but we also give them free food. So we'll cook stuff that we've saved from supermarkets and serve it up. On a Tuesday, for instance, we get anywhere between 50 and 70 people come in, and possibly half of them get fed as well. So it's quite a mission. That happens again on a Thursday. You've got the swap shop, you've got the Happy Cafe, and we also do something called Eco Crafters, where you can come in and try your skills. We'll have a few sewing machines out. We've generally got somebody called Emma who's a bit of a master at crafts. So if she can't fix it, or mend it, or sew it, or whatever you want to do with it, probably nobody can. So that's a buzzing day as well. Lots of other stuff going on. We have a social session, an extension of that Thursday session happening on a Monday evening. It's not happening this week, but it happens most Mondays. That's from 6 till 8, and that's a mass of ladies of a certain age, dare I say. We need a few fellas to get in there. They all share skills. You can have like 10 of them in here, all chatting, all stitching, all crafting. And that happens every Monday, apart from this Monday, because our crafting queen is off this weekend. On a Tuesday night, not this week, but the week after, we've got something called Green Drinks. Always the first Thursday, it's the first Tuesday of the month at the Queen's Head. So you can come. It's a social, basically, but just trying to connect like-minded people together and support a local pub. On a Wednesday, we have a Polish community group. So that's a kids group, but it's for Polish families to try and get together. They flip between here in the Eco Hub and also use the Tesco community room because it's a little bit bigger. It hasn't got all this stuff in it. But that's a really successful group. They've run some really big events in the hall as well, with more than 100 people coming to those. So that's really good. Thursdays I've already touched on. Friday, i.e. today, in the mornings, we have a kids group called Eco Club for Kids. They are mainly during term time a home ed group, because during the pandemic, I'm afraid a lot of provisions for home ed children just stopped and haven't really started up. So we're trying to offer something to bring home ed families together. Last Wednesday, for instance, we had 60 people on the field here with a sports day. So every month we have something like that happening. We quite often hire the hall for sport activities with them. And on a Friday night, including tonight, from 6 till 8, we have our replay from Fridays. So we normally got these tables covered in board games, a bit like our Happy Cafes, because all the teas and coffees are free. There'll be crisps and snacks and games and laughter, PlayStations, Xboxes for the young people as well. That can have 20 of us in here. It can have 5 of us. Just depends sort of who's coming. But again, it's a whole evening of laughter, which is fantastic. And last week, I even taught some of them how to play whist as well. So there you go. So if you want to learn new games, we quite often play rubbing cup. I'm hoping to get them into whist now, but there you go. Chess is going to be my real challenge. So if anybody likes chess, do come and play me. Apparently, I'm quite good, but Might not be true. I might be embarrassed, of course, but there we go. On a Saturday, obviously, we've got the family festival and the 2 hour tidy up. On the second Saturday of every month, not August, we have a repair cafe as well. So if you want something fixed, it's completely free. A donation is always welcome. We can fix things from computers to heaters to anything electrical. We can sew a hole in something. We can even, if you've got a problem working your computer, talk you through it. You need to go to our website, which is wellingboroughecogroup.org.uk/repair, /eco/repair cafe, and book your items in. And there's also Facebook groups for all these things as well, you'd be glad to know. So if you can't wait until the second Saturday in September, you can go and find us on Facebook for the Repair Cafe, which is facebook.com/groups/Repair Cafe. We've also got one for the swap shop, one for food sharers, one for our Welly Wombles for the litter picking, one for the Eco Club for Kids, you name it, we've got a Facebook group for it. Of course, we're all over social media for Wellingborough Eco Group too. One thing, just before you all fall asleep, I'll just give you a bit of a shout. On the second Sunday, which is the 8th, we have our big festival. So last year we called it the Green Village Fete.
8th of September.
8th of September. Yes.
Yeah, not 8th of August. 8th of September.
Yeah, did I say August?
No, but you said on the 8th, so we didn't know which month you meant.
Oh, I said the second Sunday of September on the 8th.
Oh, yeah.
He's just trying to keep me on my toes. So yeah, it's the Green Festival this year, not the Green Village Fete. Last year we had about 10 gazebos out in the car park just opposite here in what's it called? Eco Hub. There was music, there was poetry, there was a session from Kim from Meaningful Mindfulness just to chill everybody out at the end. There were craft stalls, there was games, there was cream teas in here. Judy does an awesome cream tea, but she only does it once a year, so you need to come in and see her. That's going from 10 till 4 on Sunday, the 8th of September. And like I say, we're expecting an awful lot more this year. So more singers, more poetry, more fun, more games, even more gazebos. And if you are an organisation out there and you fancy getting involved, just give me a shout. And I say, we're not even going to charge you for a stall space. Come and join in. Hopefully you'll have an eco theme towards it. That's what we want, obviously, because it's all about the environment and how things can be better. I'm sure Ben can think of something that sport could be done in an environmentally friendly way. Let's face it, you do reuse the footballs every time, I hope. So there you go. For instance, who knows? Who knows? So yeah, get involved. Again, everything is on the Wellingborough Eco Group website, which is wellingborougecogroup.org.uk. I think I've talked myself out you guys today. Oh yeah, I forgot. You know what? This is why we have Joanne. So on a Monday, how did I forget? There's 2 other things that we do. We've got a community allotment. So massive, great big plot, loads of stuff going on every Monday, apart from one. So every 4th Monday, we do something else. We have a working party up the community allotment. That goes from 10 till 2. Anybody can join in. We have a variety of people from different groups to just individuals showing up. You can meet me at the gate at the end of Hillside Road from 10 o'clock or give me a call, which is 07 311 705 705 to get in. And we're just trying to grow together, both plants and as people. Another thing we do, and what Joanne whispered in my ear, is our Nature Rangers group. And Joanne would remind me about that because, of course, we were busy this Monday together, tidying up the trees in Castlefield, and we replanted an oak, Marion. We put a 30-year-old oak in a spot where the other one got. So yeah, it's a bit of a dwarf because obviously it's been in a pot. But yeah, every other Monday we have something called Nature Rangers. One of those is at the community allotment. So we have a social prescribing group that works with adults with learning difficulties called Grow Wild Outreach. And we all go on a free range. So one once every 4 weeks. It's at the allotment, where we either stay on the site or stay on the community plot or go around the Ladywell site. The fourth one, if you like, every other one, is a free range around the town. So, like I say, this week it was in Castlefields. We did quite a good job, didn't we? Got some got some really exciting photos of you doing poses like this and this.
I think our trees were, I was quite surprised.
They're pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah. Is there about 14 of them now?
12,
We counted them up a few weeks ago, but it's not easy to see. It wasn't easy to see with the glass, but you know,
some of them stringed around quite a few of them.
Yeah,
so it should be a bit easier.
Yeah.
And what happened to the other tree at by the Oaks?
I don't know, just disappeared. Just wasn't there. So yeah, we donated another oak tree. It's a bit more substantial. It just looks like a smaller version of the big ones.
So
it's
that,
like
I mean, it's little sort of, mini tree.
It won't get trimmed, this one. It's like like a 5-foot bonsai, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, established.
Yeah. That was interesting because Gail from the Oak House Hotel obtained this tree for her new house because she's selling up. You know, Gail. So she's selling up. It's going to be turned into a house of mock-up, unfortunately, but that's a different story. And then she got put off by her son for planting this oak in her back garden. It's just got a standard sized garden. And had this thing. So we were going to plant it down the allotment. Didn't happen last week, which was lucky, really, because we planted it in the park this week instead. So it is fate. So it was really exciting. Gail turned up to help plant it as well, didn't she? So she was really, really pleased. Really pleased. I think herself were there. I think we had a handful, probably about 5 from Grow Wide Outreach as well, and of course myself. So yeah, if you want to, there's also, believe it or not, a Facebook group for that as well. So yeah, have a look. Facebook.com groups, Nature Rangers. Join in. Like I say, that is a completely free thing, unless you do require support from Grow Wild Outreach, and then there is a small charge. But those guys will even come and pick you up if you did need that support. So a really nice thing to get involved with. Anything else I've forgotten, Joe? There's bound to be. It's all good. There's bound to be. I'm looking over there at the leaflets now today. No, I think we're good. I should have looked at that in the first place, really. There you go. I always forget something.
Have you run through what you were doing?
Yeah, what's office first in the agenda.
So we missed that.
Yeah, you missed that, and you missed Joe.
Can we have a recap? Are we allowed to have a quick recap?
Go on, you go next. Yeah, let's go back down the line. Yeah, why not?
So Swansea Pavilion.
A
while ago, we had a consultation, and most of the public decided that it's one of the buildings that they would like us to take over. So, in the process of doing that, we've gone through a whole lot of things. We're still going to talk to Northumberland's Council to take over the ownership, and we've now got a new consultation with a new questionnaire that we'd like everyone to complete, as we're looking at holding a cafe and an adventure golf course. So we want people's views on that. So if you head to our website, Wellingborough towncouncil.gov.uk, you should be able to find our news feed on the pavilion, which will give you a link to the questionnaire. So hopefully we'll have quite a few people come back and get some positive comments.
Are you planning on, you know, in the past when we've done surveys, we as councillors have been in the shopping centre trying to get people signed up to be doing those surveys. Are you planning on, you may well have asked us and I may well have missed it, but are you planning on asking the councillors to do that a couple of days in the, when's it gone? Because it's not.
It's until 7th of August.
It's not very long then.
Not very long, but it's in our next newsletter.
Okay.
I'm hoping to pick up later today. So
yes,
there will be
community newsletter.
And are well informed.
Yeah.
And I'll move that there. The questionnaire will be in there with the hard copy, so people can complete it and send it to the Swansea House on Doddington Road, where we'll collect it and then put our answers online for that.
So will we be scheduling a session in the
I'm not sure if there'll be any scheduling, but it would be nice if some councillors could just
I think that'd be really good.
Spread the word, and if
we
you
often
need newsletters, let us know.
When we've done that, we've often, especially when we've got the hard copy, we've been able to sort of get quite a few people to fill them in.
Yeah, and as well as gates
It's
and
okay,
the library
and-
and
Yeah.
so
That'll be cool. Do you want to give Marion a quick recap? You
So
don't.
I was talking about our summer activities, which are happening
yeah,
next 2 weeks.
yeah.
So we've got Wellingborough Leisure Centre, we've got football, we've got Mini Mindfulness, and we've got cricket going on. So that's been going quite well. Or it will
So it's Queensway this time.
No, we're going up a week this time. Yeah, we're just going Queensway anyway.
Yeah.
That is the road.
Oh, we've at school.
Yeah. So we've got that in the next couple of weeks. And then we've got the beach.
Yeah.
So of course we've got lots of entertainment happening at the beach. We've got the bus that runs every Wednesday. So we've employed 2 people now to open and close it as well. So it should all run quite smoothly.
Is that starting on
Thursday
next week?
Yeah, it's already August next week.
1st of August.
Yeah, right. So yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
There you go. Ben, would you like to just recap?
Yes, there's one thing I forgot to mention. Actually, I'll bring that one up to mention that
Oh,
first.
doing well. That's not just me.
September, 8th of September, Sunday, same day as your Green Festival, we've got our final race of our 5K series taking place at Chichester House Estates, 10:30 in the morning. So yeah, 5K race. Bookings are still open for that. Anyone who's keen in running that, jogging that, getting involved. It's not often you get to run some of those routes around Chester Estates. It'll go around some of the areas around the active, which are normally kind of closed off to public normally. So it loops around quite a.
So it will be just around the estate itself. Will it go across the river at all? Or?
No, but it's all around that area though. Yes. So but yeah, lovely scenic trail routes. And you should have finished in enough time to make your way down here for the Green Festival as well. So there you go.
That would be luck. Can I just interject? I know you're going to recap
Yes.
again, but you just prompted me because actually that week, and I believe that it finishes on the 8th, is the Nen Valley Festival. So there's loads and loads of activities happening from like the first weekend of September right the way through to that. I think the reason why we've chosen the second weekend is because the first weekend is absolutely rammed full of events, where it was last year. And then there's practically nothing. Obviously, now there is things happening on the same day, but so yeah, all the way from sort of Peterborough right the way down to Northampton, there's loads of stuff going on. So if you have a look or Google it or whatever your search engine is, Nen Valley Festival, there's loads going on, and while we're having the Green Festival as part of it. So yeah, carry on. Sorry.
No, you're right, it's fine. Other thing I mentioned was kind of more on behalf of the Northants Council Active Families. So they've got a Active Families Fun Day taking place on Castlefields Park on the 14th of August. 12 till 4. It was very popular last year.
Absolutely.
Completely free events, loads and loads of stuff going on there. Water slides, balloon making, a few sports activities, crazy golf, trampolining, all sorts going on.
What was it called?
Active Families Fun Day. There are 4 taking place in the county. Yeah. There we go. There's 4 taking place in the county. The Wellingborough one will be on the 14th of August.
I posted about that available because we can put them in Castlefields Park.
I'll circulate that
Last year, a lot of people in and around our area didn't know about it, and I think what happened was people heard about it, and then they were all coming from all over the place.
It's gone out to some parts in the area, so it should be out there. It's also on the various socials. There's physical copies and there's things on socials as well.
It's not in our park.
Okay.
Castlefields is our park, so we could put it on the notice board. And I mean, the council notice boards aren't easy to put anything on. We've got a pin board in there.
I'm happy to circulate it.
Yeah.
It has been better, or what's been better advertised than last year, because you're right. There were lots of people saying, because I was there, and people are going, "Oh, I didn't see this anywhere," and I'm like, "Why are you telling me?" Do you know what I mean? But you've been shouting about it for about the last month almost. You know what I mean? So
it's on our website as well.
Yeah.
Plus the other places.
I don't know where I've been.
It'll be registered.
you're not as social media as some of us.
The only thing I want to say is something just kind of keep your eyes open for is that the Wellingborough Community Centre will be closing for a bit in August for a refurb. They were successful in a funding bid to get it refurbished. The Hindu Community Centre.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
Oh, nice.
yes. So we've been helping them out with a funding bid, and they were successful in winning that grant. So they're going to be closing and redoing the sports hall and foyer. Again, all refloored, a few new live markings out to kind of accommodate some new sports there as well. And they'll be planning an opening event towards the latter part of September. So look out for that. There'll be a kind of come and try sessions with certain sports activities, some of the clubs from the base there. We're going to showcase some of their stuff. and just a general bit of a celebration and opening event. So look out for that. When there's more known, I will share, but it's as much as we've got at the moment.
Is that funding more about, has that come as a result of their sports activities? Or is it more of a generic thing for the whole charity?
It was more about using it as updating it as a community space. So yes, sports were built into a part of it, but it was also part of it about making sure it's accessible community space as well.
Yeah, brilliant, excellent.
So watch this space. There will be more about that as and when there's more information.
Yeah, it's a great facility.
Absolutely.
It's refused.
But yes, that was it from me.
There you go. Right. Well, it's an hour forum. We've got about 10 minutes left because we started a couple of minutes late, possibly. Marion's got her hand up. Did you want to share some stuff, Marion? I don't think you've had an opportunity yet, have you? Go for it.
We're I don't know where to look. The camera that way.
Imagine you're on the telly,
Yeah,
Marion. You have been quite a lot recently.
So we got some funding from North Council through the UK Shared Prosperity Fund to develop a skills programme for people. And we're developing a skills for sustainable living and working programme. We started that recently with carbon literacy training, and many of these programmes will be either based in Karon or Wellingborough. The first carbon literacy one has been run in the last couple of weeks in Karon. There's going to be sustainability awareness. There's going to be learning practical skills like how to repair, how to make and repair clothes, introductions to cooking, particularly cooking that's gluten-free and vegan cooking. We're also going to have sessions on repairing, recycling and reusing items, repurposing furniture. That's something I want to do. There's going to be a session on flood awareness. I can't remember all this. There's about 15 different individual courses. And we're going to go, there's a cooking one. Should be like a generation game.
Yeah, 1 point.
Yeah. So there's about 15 different ones. There's one about sustainable transport, sustainable finance, learning things to do with those. We're going to have a range of, some of the courses will be 2 or 3 sessions. Others will just be a morning or an afternoon session, depending on what we're doing. We're also doing courses for local SMEs, small businesses and local charities and community organisations around how to take climate action, how to do their own carbon mapping, how to create their own carbon reduction plan, how to understand about having a sustainability plan, all the different practical steps in doing that. And then also we're doing a range of sessions about energy efficiency measures for people in their homes and for businesses and community organisations as well. What steps we can all do, because a lot of people, through the Wellingborough Climate Action Project, we've heard that a lot of people need and want extra advice about the sorts of energy efficiency measures they could put in their home to help reduce their costs and transition to be a greener home, which will include things like insulation or generating your own power through solar power or wind power or whatever, and how those things can land in your home, and who can help you to do it, and so there'll be loads of workshops around that. That's going to be quite a big part of what we're going to be doing. And then the fourth main bit is workshops to help people that might want to get into that sector, that want to get into the energy efficiency sector, because if even only 1% of all the people that need to retrofit, improve the energy efficiency of their homes turned up to get that done, we just haven't got the workforce to do it. So we're looking at some pre-vocational awareness training for people that might want to become domestic energy assessors or retrofit assessors or retrofit installers, and then once they've gone away then and done their qualifications, coming back and helping people to start their enterprise in this local area. Because what's been happening is people get trained, they qualify, they don't know really where to start, and they might go off and work in other areas, but we want them to work in this area. We want them to work in North.and, in the Wellingborough area. So there's a load of practical skills in that programme. We're just pulling together the final details of who's going to be helping us do what. This is a community project that's being delivered by different people within the community. And we're looking to work with colleagues here from the Eco Group, with other colleagues from around the town and the area, and make it something that we create with the resource we've got this year, and then from there we look to share and maybe sell to other people. We want to help people and families, but we also want to help frontline community organisations that are providing essential frontline services, but have really struggled to pay their energy bills, or really struggled to do the things they need to do to make themselves more sustainable. And so we really want to support them to start to understand what to do, but also then maybe work together, because a lot of what people need to learn, you know, sometimes it's better to learn as a group. So if we can help build those networks as well, that would be fantastic. So that's something we're working on. So there'll probably be a few sessions in August, but most will kick off in September, and then they'll be going on till at least March next year. And then after that, we want to, you know, find a way of doing it in a sort of self-funding way from there. And so that's all coming through the Wellingborough Climate Action Project, which is hosted by Glamis Hall for all. So thank you to them for helping us to do that, really. Are there any questions on that one? Anyone wants to do it in their organisation? Want to do it with your colleagues? Or?
The Wellingborough Town Council, we've got our why wait.
Oh yeah, you've got that in, yes.
So every month we've been looking at doing some things. So this month it was reducing your water consumption. So there was a poster flying around that's got 10 tips of just some free things just to help reduce your water. I think next month I'm doing recycling, I would say. Yeah, I think that's what's got planned for next month. So that'll be coming out next week. So we'll send it out to our community champions and get all that sent out finalised. Little free things, little things that you can do just to start the process as such.
And then we've got a meeting next week, haven't we? Colleagues from elsewhere in the Northlands area have been in touch, and we're having a community meeting about going for a grant from the National Lottery for climate action, and to see what we can offer across the areas of Northlands to help people start taking action. So hopefully we'll be able to bring together a bid that we can put in for a considerable amount of money, really, because it needs a good shot in the arm. There's a lot of people passionate about it, but there's not been a lot of money to help us to do it. So if we can tap into that, that would be fantastic for Wellingborough and neighbouring areas as well. There's another thing that was, when people say something, oh yeah, so there's quite a few actions that people are trying to do about taking climate action. And obviously this is a very practical thing about doing that anyway, isn't it? Here at the Eco Club, so. But
absolutely, and trying to work together, which is a really big thing that both, I don't know, we've certainly been doing, and
of course it has lots of co-benefits for people, which is what we're very determined to achieve as well. You know, if we can help people reduce their energy bills, yes, it reduces emissions, but it helps people live more affordably. And since so many people in our community are struggling still, you know, everything we can do is all to the good.
Definitely. Well, we are coming towards the end of the forum. Thank you very much for that, Marion. That's great. And once we start doing that, I think that's going to make a massive impact. You've got to tell us about your writers group and more. Is that what you're going to do?
No.
Oh, go on.
I was just going to say, we've just been to this community cafe, haven't we?
Oh yeah, we've been to it.
And it was very nice. We had a nice chicken dinner.
Is this the new one by the library, is it?
Yes.
Yes, it's
Oh, Yvonne,
yeah.
Wellingborough Community Friends, and it's Wellingborough Helping Hands. And we just had a lovely chicken dinner there. Very affordable, very, very affordable. And they also do frozen meals for people to buy and take home as well, which are also extremely affordable. And absolutely a great resource, going to be a great resource for people in the town. So please let people know about it. Please go and visit. It's in where the old, was it Housewife's Choice used to be there? Or
Next to the library.
Yeah, right next to the shop on the end of Pebble Lane, right next to the library, right opposite the space that was the marketplace.
Yeah, that officially got opened last week, actually. That's a good point.
Last Friday, yeah, very good.
So somehow I missed it. I don't know. I was
Lovely
invited to it.
breakfasts. They've got lovely breakfasts on the agenda, lovely lunches. Yeah, I can see you'll probably spend quite a lot of time there, I think. And they do gluten-free meals, so which is better.
Do they? Do they do vegetarian and vegan meals?
I don't know, but it's worth asking.
It's always worth asking. Yeah, I shall go and ask my friend Yvonne what she can do for us.
This is it. I think if people come and say what they need.
Yeah. Yvonne's been doing stuff with the community friends for a couple of years now, hasn't she?
Yeah. Now they've got a base.
Now they've got a base. It's heavily supported by the prison, the Five Wells prison. So Paul Cunningham's been involved with that quite a lot from that. So all power to them. Do you know what I mean? Really, like you say, it could be a really good resource. It's taken, like they actually got the unit sort of in January, didn't they? So
there was a few teething.
It's taken them a while to get it out. But yeah, another good place to sort of perhaps talk to people about sport there, Ben.
Absolutely, it's a great space to kind of celebrate.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I ask a question?
Go on then.
And I might be being controversial.
You never can.
Has anybody got any idea what's going on with the Market Square?
Down to another, that's council.
It's just sitting there, isn't it? And
Deteriorating.
Deteriorating,
I think actually it's probably improved getting rid of the market stalls because it was a
yeah,
hive of antisocial behaviour. So that's
now we've got rid of that, it'd be nice to use it, wouldn't it?
It's got grass growing through it all now.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to use that space. It's a good space.
I would love.
Something to ask Amanda when she comes back.
Oh yes, I will do.
You could quite easily make that into some sort of bus station, some sort of community transport hub, because it's that sort of size. You can kind of, rather than all stopping up by it just brings it close to the town, and I think that would bring a lot more people off the road and onto buses just because it's more. That's what I would do anyway if I was in charge of the world. Well, Wellingborough Market Square anyway.
I mean, you've got that by Church Street, haven't you? But equally, you could have. I think there's so many things that we could have on there. You know, yeah, we could have in the town use that space for events and activities. I mean, how many times do we go out with gazebos and put them up everywhere? It's like a blank sheet now. It's much easier to go and put up a gazebo or put up a stall, and if we're doing other community events in the town.
Well, you know, Joanne, because we did this last year a couple of times, didn't we? But was it last year or the year before?
Activities.
It was last year. We did a couple of activities
out there as well. Yes.
Yeah.
All the shops could come out and have different things going on in this. I mean, not every week, but at least start to use it.
Problem was that it was great for the morning, and then about 2 o'clock it just turns into bandit country.
Yeah, but that's fine because obviously that they've gone now. I don't mean the people. I mean the stalls have gone. So now we've got a blank sheet of paper. It'll be good to see how to reimagine the space and use it as a community asset. Make it a good place to be. Where were we the other day? And it was in Hunstanton. We went to Hunstanton last weekend, and their square was really lovely, and really well used space. And we do a lot in this town. There's a lot of activities in this town. It's just how we go about having those conversations with North Northampton Council to reimagine that.
It's about getting people up there, because not many people know that it's behind there, do they? Because I've been to most of our events in the town because it is.
That's right. Yeah. So, but the thing, obviously, look, there are a lot of people walk through them now, and they feel that sense of space when they walk through. But it is, how can we use it in a way that people know about it, in a way that adds to the town and draws people into the town as well, and feels part of the town, because I think that was the problem before. I know when we had a beach there, that a lot of people had no idea it was there because, it just being the main thing.
I think though, if it was a regular use, people would go there. When the market was always there, people always knew the market was there. So
yeah, but there's a reason why it's not there anymore, because people weren't going there. I mean,
but it wasn't very pleasant space, as you said, but it could be a pleasant space now if like the market just, you know, when the what's that, the market we have coming, continental market, that just descends and people create this continental market, and there's no permanent things there. So how do we have that sense of how to use that space, you know, using gazebos or various other things, and to do the sorts of things that we want to do in the town? And I think hopefully the council will start consulting with people about what we actually want. And I'm sure, you know, we do a consultation and get loads of different ideas, but you know, how to use it as a multi-functional space like we do with every other asset that we're thinking about.
It's a good idea. I think that's probably something we do need to talk about, possibly at a different forum, because we've gone a couple of minutes over. I don't know. But perhaps
Like
people
I said,
do want to go.
I didn't want to be controversial, but
No, I'd put a bus station there and sort of have a thing. But it's like I say, there's two ideas for it already before you've even sort of thought about it.
We're talking to Lincoln's council because they own it, so
yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe I'll put a motion forward. Or whatever.
There you go. There's something to look forward to. One of Marion's motions.
Thank you, Jonathan.
That's all right. That doesn't sound great, but there we go. On that note, I'm not the co-op member pioneer because they've scrapped us all from tomorrow, basically. But we will be. No, a bit rubbish, isn't it? We do share what everybody does. We have a calendar on our website, which is wellingborough.org. A lot of people have access to it, including Glamis Hall, Wellingborough Eco Group, the library also post on there, and you can see there are various colours. I don't know if you can see my mouse on the recording, that are unique to everybody that puts it on there. So, for instance, I think, really my eyesight is shocking, that light blue is probably Wellingborough Eco Group, but I could be wrong. We also have a Facebook group two Facebook groups. We've got Wellingborough Organisations, this community forum, a Facebook group. Works in the same way as the forum. It's just there for community organisations to share what they're doing and try and work together on stuff. We've got a general Wellingborough forum because there was a need for local businesses to try and connect with each other and advertise what they do. And we've also got Wellingborough forum on Nextdoor as well. And you can see the URL there, nextdoor.co.uk, and the rest of it. But yeah, have a look at our website, have a look at our social media. And of course, you've got little old me as well. There's a very ancient picture of me, I'm afraid. I'm a bit more hairy now, who does share it on my co-op outlets. And that's across Facebook, Twitter, which is now X, of course, Instagram, Threads, and Nextdoor as well. We have a sister forum in Rushden called the Rushden and Higham Community Forum. That actually takes place next Thursday, the 1st of August, 1 o'clock as well. And this time it's going to be in the community room, which is behind the old library. Same Zoom link. If obviously anybody knows the Zoom link, we'll share that everywhere. And we will also be here at the Eco Hub and on this same Zoom link on the last Friday of August to again talk about what's happening in Wellingborough, to try and work together and to try and sort of build a community around some of the organisations, which is why it's called Wellingborough Organisations Community Forum. So thank you everybody for coming.
thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan, for doing this job for as long as you've done it. And,
nearly 3 years.
Yeah, and yeah, round of applause.
Well, thank you, Marion, I think, but there we go. All right. Thanks all. See you next month.